The power of a 20-second hug. I don't remember exactly how it started, but I began giving my kids 20-second hugs when they were young. Maybe it was to celebrate something, say goodnight, or calm them down after a tough day. What started as a simple gesture quickly became a cherished ritual. I loved those moments of calm that came after a few seconds. It was great. My daughter, Lily, was the first to experience it. She was about 4 years old, and it had been a particularly rough day. She had just started preschool, and the transition was proving to be more difficult than we anticipated. Tantrums and tears were common, and that day was no different. After a lengthy meltdown, I picked her up, hugged her, and decided we would count to 20 together. Slowly, the tears subsided, and I could feel her tiny body relax against mine. It was a magical moment, but the real magic happened as they grew into their teens and 20s. Sometimes they'd ask for a favor, and I'd agree on one condition: a 20-second hug. If they forgot a Father's Day gift, which was almost every year, I'd say, no worries, just give me a good 20-second hug. It was half joking, but also very real. When my son left for college or moved to a new city, our goodbye hug would turn into a 20-second hug. Those moments became incredibly meaningful. As they grew older, the hugs became even more significant. Teenagers are known for their rebellious phases, and mine were no exception. There were heated arguments, slammed doors, and the inevitable distance that seems to come with adolescence. Yet, the 20-second hug remained a constant. It was a bridge that connected us, no matter how wide the chasm between us felt at times. One memorable incident was with my son, Jake. He was 16 and going through a particularly rebellious phase. He had started hanging out with a new group of friends, and his grades were slipping. One night, after yet another argument, I knocked on his door and suggested a 20-second hug. He looked at me like I was crazy, but reluctantly, he agreed. We stood there in silence, and as we counted together, I could feel the tension melt away. It didn't solve our problems, but it reminded us both of the love that underpinned our relationship. These hugs became a way to reset our emotions, a way to remind ourselves that no matter what happened, we had each other. They were a testament to the fact that love can be simple and profound at the same time. It was a small act, but it had a huge impact. As my kids transitioned into adulthood, the 20-second hug took on a new meaning. They were no longer children needing comfort after a scraped knee or a bad dream. They were adults facing the complexities of life, and these hugs became a source of strength and reassurance. When Lily graduated from college, she was offered a job in a different state. I remember the day she told me about it. She was excited, but also nervous about leaving home. The night before she left, we had a long talk, and before going to bed, we shared a 20-second hug. It was our way of saying goodbye without words, of acknowledging the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Jake's departure for college was another significant moment. We had spent the summer preparing, buying supplies, and packing his things. The day he left, the house felt empty. As we stood by the car, ready to say our goodbyes, I simply said, 20-second hug. He laughed, rolled his eyes, but obliged. It was a bittersweet moment, full of unspoken emotions. It was our way of holding on and letting go at the same time. Now, even though it doesn't happen as often, each 20-second hug reminds us of our journey and the unbreakable bond we share. If we hadn't started this when they were young, I can't imagine them giving long hugs now. These 20 seconds have become the most valuable moments of my life. There was one particularly challenging time with Jake. He was 19 and had just gone through a tough breakup. He was moody, withdrawn, and I could tell he was hurting. One morning, after a particularly rough night, I suggested a 20-second hug. He was annoyed and refused at first, but I said, quick 20, and we won't have to talk about yesterday. He reluctantly leaned in for a very quick hug, but by the last few seconds, I jokingly forced one of his arms into a hug. He rolled his eyes and laughed. That simple hug changed everything. We didn't talk much about the breakup after that, but the hug was enough. It was a silent acknowledgement of his pain and my support. It was a reminder that no matter what, he wasn't alone. The hug became a powerful tool for healing and connection. This tradition has now become a part of our family lore. It's something we laugh about, something we cherish, and something that has defined our relationships in a profound way. I've shared this story with friends and family, and many have adopted the 20-second hug in their own lives. It's a small act, but it has the power to transform relationships. When I think about the future, I imagine my kids passing this tradition down to their own children. I picture them explaining the significance of a 20-second hug, sharing stories of their childhood, and creating new memories. It's a legacy of love and connection that I hope will continue for generations. Reflecting on this journey, I realize how something so simple can have such a lasting impact. In a world that often feels rushed and disconnected, taking 20 seconds to connect with someone you love is a powerful act. It's a reminder to slow down, to be present, and to cherish the moments that truly matter. The 20-second hug has taught me many lessons. It has shown me the importance of physical touch, the power of presence, and the significance of small gestures. It has reminded me that love doesn't always need grand declarations or elaborate displays. Sometimes, it's the simplest acts that speak the loudest. As I grow older, I hold on to these moments with a grateful heart. Each hug is a reminder of the love we've shared, the challenges we've overcome, and the unbreakable bond that connects us. It's a tradition I will carry with me for the rest of my life, and one that I hope will continue to bring joy and comfort to my family for years to come. I've shared this story with friends and family, and many have adopted the 20-second hug in their own lives. It's a small act, but it has the power to transform relationships. One of my friends, after hearing about our tradition, decided to try it with his teenage daughter. They had been drifting apart, caught up in their own lives and struggles. He told me how, after a particularly difficult week, he asked her for a 20-second hug. She was hesitant at first, but by the end of it, they were both in tears. It was a moment of reconnection, a reminder of their love for each other. Another friend, a single mother, started the tradition with her young son. She told me how those 20-second hugs became their special time together, a moment of peace in their busy lives. It brought them closer, strengthening their bond in ways she hadn't anticipated. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle, to let moments slip by unnoticed. The 20-second hug is a gift of presence, a way to slow down and truly connect. It's a reminder that amidst the chaos, there's always time for love. I've come to realize that these hugs are more than just a tradition. They are a lifeline. They've carried us through the highs and lows, the joys and sorrows. They've been a source of comfort, a way to mend what's broken, and a celebration of what's good. As a father, there's nothing more precious than the bond one share with my children. The 20-second hug has been a cornerstone of that bond, a tangible expression of my love and commitment. It's something I hope my kids will carry with them, a reminder of our time together and the love that will always be there. When I look back on my life, these hugs will stand out as some of my most cherished memories. They are a testament to the power of love, the importance of connection, and the beauty of simple gestures. They've taught me to value the moments that truly matter, to hold on to the ones I love, and to always make time for what's important. As I think about the future, I'm filled with hope and gratitude. I hope my children will continue this tradition, that they'll find the same comfort and joy in it that I have. I hope they'll pass it on to their own children, creating a legacy of love and connection that will last for generations. The 20-second hug has been a gift in my life, a simple yet profound act that has brought us closer and strengthened our bond. It's a tradition I'm incredibly proud of, and one that I will carry with me always. In a world that often feels rushed and disconnected, the 20-second hug is a reminder to slow down, to be present, and to cherish the moments that truly matter. It's a tradition of love, connection, and presence, one that I hope will continue to bring joy and comfort to my family for years to come. So, to all the young parents out there, I say this: take the time to hug your kids, to be present with them, and to create your own traditions. You never know the lasting impact those small moments can have. Good luck, and may your journey be filled with love and connection. This story has been about more than just hugs. It's about the power of small, consistent acts of love. It's about creating a legacy of connection and presence. I hope it inspires you to find your own ways to connect with the people you love, to cherish the moments that truly matter, and to always make time for what's important. Thank you for listening, and may your life be filled with meaningful moments and lasting connections. We'd love to hear your thoughts, reactions, and ideas on today's story. Did any particular character steal your heart? Were you on the edge of your seat because of a surprising plot twist? Or perhaps you have your own theories about what might happen next. Whatever it is, don't hesitate to share. Please remember to keep all comments respectful and constructive. We value diverse opinions and perspectives. Spoiler alert: if discussing specific plot points or twists, please use spoiler tags to avoid spoiling the story for others. Positive vibes only. Let's spread positivity and encouragement within our community. Kind words can make all the difference. Conclusion: your voices matter, and we can't wait to hear what you have to say. Let's continue this journey together as we celebrate the magic of storytelling. Thank you for being a part of our community.